we were talking about our team, about 2019, last year, last Worlds, and our team before this year, and we will talk about our team this year and about Worlds 2020. So, hello Invi, hello Sheepy.
Hello guys.
Hello, Anatoly.
First, the most important question: how are you guys?
I'm doing well. Quarantine is actually better than expected. I started doing some light sport as well in here with like some of the stuff we have. So I feel good. How about you, Invi?
I'm totally great, but today I just checked photos from second hotel. So I'm just waiting when we leave first one and go to second one because it's like seems really amazing.
Okay. I'm looking forward then. Our interviewer just ran away.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Welcome back.
Everything is fine. So, guys, the first question. The second question. It's too important. It's about last year and last Worlds, 2019. And about last summer split. Maybe you remember when there was Edward and Enix.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? How would you rate our performance last year, last summer, and last Worlds? And why we did changes in our team? So, Sheepy, I guess the first question, it's to you.
Yeah. I mean, it was not bad what we did on summer, and when we went to Worlds, we almost won against Splice. We went 2-3, so it was really close overall. But it felt very difficult in the team to work overall. I think Enix and Edward just didn't mesh well together. Enix is like playing very tidy and like exactly the way it should be and structured, and you know he knows the traits and he knows what he wants to do, and he's just like the traditional AD carry where he wants to play towards a certain power spike and then win from there. And Edward is more like anything can happen. He finds opportunities where others don't. So I compare it a little bit like Hilly is like looking all the times for fights and looking for aggressive trades and so on and so forth. And Edward is just like all the way over there, and also picks like really random champions that are like off the wall champions that it's difficult for Enix to play with, like Fiddlesticks and Annie and Brand, like this kind of stuff. So totally different types, Enix and Edward. And yeah, so in the end we decided to change the spot lane. But also instead of Enix, we also got Gadget in with Santos together, and both of them speak Russian. So it was not only about this bot lane, but also both our top laner's English was only so good, and now with him speaking fluent Russian in game, it's 10 times better. So yeah, that was kind of the reasoning for the changes, and I think they've been doing well.
So, Invi, what do you think about Enix and Edward? Can you point their strong and weak sides?
At first, I'm totally agree with Sheepy. I think that in the most of cases they wasn't like on the same page, and it was one of the reasons why everything happened. If we are talking about Edward and Enix, I guess about Enix I can tell like much more because it was really enjoyable to work with him. I already said like to my Russian viewers that Enix was one of the person, like one of the kindest person with whom I worked in my career, and as Sheepy said, yeah.
Right after Anatoly.
And as Sheepy said, he was really structured in his work, and it was really fun to work with him. And yes, with Edward I worked like before. Probably for 1 year, and I guess Edward like a person who always preferred to be like the main person in the team, and sometimes with this we have like some not problems but some questions. In general, he just a person who preferred to I'm not sure how I should tell it in English. he just building outside of the game atmosphere in the team, and I guess it's like one of his best
Qualities.
Yes, qualities. I guess yes. And in my mind, I'm not sure that Edward still can play on like such a really high level, but I'm sure that he can be a really good coach, and because he has good mentality and he has really good game knowledge.
I say that Sheepy, thanks, you can help us with English, because
Oh yeah, of course.
our English.
I mean, it's just like in scrims or in reviews. I know what he wants to say.
Elementary level of English. It's about us.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So
Yes, Invi English good.
So Sheepy, the last question about 2019. What experience have you learned from the Worlds 2019?
I think overall that our players got a bit burnout, so there was a lot of discussion overall. It was a little bit different environment. I think, it was difficult to figure out exactly what we want to play, and I feel it's really hard to describe it like this is the biggest point, and you know, like that. Like everything changed. It was more like a lot of small things. It's like, how do you prepare? What kind of mindset do you have? How much do you push the guys? And what should be like the curve so that they are not burned out before you actually play the games? I think this is what I learned 2019. I'm still learning. I think that maybe for this year I was a little bit too soft over a longer period of time. And I mean, I will only figure out after we've actually played everything, and I don't know, it's like a process, learning everything. I think the second one that I learned that would be a big point is just having experience going on stage and thinking about what you want to do, because I feel that the level at the Worlds is obviously way higher than it was in the LCL, and you need to mentally prepare for having a really tough draft phase, and especially if you play longer series, to be able to adapt. And I will be more prepared now for 2020.
So, Sheepy, are you ready for this Worlds now?
Of course, I'm as ready as can be, but there's a lot of things I would love to still do, but I'm really ready. I can't wait to play.
Okay, now let's go talk about UOL 2020 and about new bot lane. As I know, Sheepy, Gadget is more close to you, and Santos is more close to Invi. So I will ask Invi about Santos. What do you think about him? Is it good change or not? And then I will ask you, Sheepy. So Invi, what can you say about Santos and Edward?
At first, I don't think that someone of our guys is much closer to me or to Sheep. I guess we are just totally even in our relationships in team. But about Santos, I think that he has like much better mechanics, and we just get really good support in this year, and he's like on the same page with our guys mentally and in game wise too. So I guess for our top lane side, like for both Ana and Nomans, it's much easier to play in this year, because it's really good synergy with Santos. I think that Santos, same as Edward, do really a lot of job outside of game, and he's like one of the leaders of the team. And in general, I think that in this year, our jungle support communication is much better. And in general, I think that it's like, okay, we just feels much better with Santos, I guess, in this year.
Okay, Sheepy, what can you say about Gadget?
I think Gadget has a lot of talent. First time he comes into the team, I talk with all of the players. I mean, he's a really interesting character. He was very passionate about swimming, and he had a really tough teacher in this time. And he, like, people that went to that school kind of went on to go to Olympia. So I know that he was like really used to tough practice. When we saw and played against him in 2019 in the finals, I feel Santos and Gadget was like the best performing members of that team. And yeah, I think Gadget especially is somebody who's like able to play extremely well, outplay or find an outplay, and do like the insane play. The only thing that's missing for him is, I think, a little bit of experience, both in game but also life experience, about what's the most important for him, and being more disciplined and structured about like everything that he wants to do, and what kind of person he wants to be, and then always act upon that. So yeah, I think he has a lot of talent. He's very exciting to watch overall, and I hope we can see the same thing in Worlds now.
Okay, let's move to our top guys. Let's start from the boss. So Sheepy, you said before that boss was hard. That was hard for boss to speak English in previous roster. So what can you say about boss now? About his performance and about his level and I don't know.
Yeah.
About anything.
What do you think? I mean, for the people, like, this is kind of like an introduction to the team. So like, for the people that don't know, boss is just like one of the nicest people on earth. He has like, I don't think it doesn't want to do anything any harm, like no person or no animal or nothing. He's just boss. So
One
he's
second,
very
Sheepy. What is his
Yeah.
name? Just sing it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Vladik. Vlad?
What is
Vlad?
love?
Wait,
What is
Vladislav?
What
What
is
is love? And his
Okay.
second name is Baby Don't Hurt Me.
Okay.
So no, I think yeah. So Vlad, is a super nice person, super kind, and he only cares about getting better at the game and playing League of Legends. And obviously, friendship and family feeling, I think, is really important for him to feel comfortable. And yeah, I don't know. He's just like a really great human being, and I really enjoy working with him. I think he's a great player. I think from last year we had troubles with, I don't know, just learning stuff. It's difficult, League of Legends, to learn everything and then play it also in game. I think a lot of us are very good at criticizing, but it's very difficult to actually, when we're playing ourselves, to do it, and you see how difficult it is. And yeah, I think boss is learning. There is the language barrier between me and him, and also personal barrier. I think he didn't know me, and he's just like the sweetest person on earth. So he was shy in the beginning, and I think now he opens up more and more, and he understands and respects and likes me, same as I do to him. And then, yeah, I think nowadays it's way better. His English gotten better, and yeah, I think we understand each other better.
Okay. Let's talk about Ahahasik or Pineapple or Ananasik for English audience. And I had a speech with him. So, guys, it's our jungler, you want. So, I had a speech with him, and he said that he was no confident last year on Worlds. So, and
He was not so confident.
yes, he was. How to say?
Not
confident. Not confident.
Okay.
Unconfident, I guess.
Yeah, not
Yes,
so
he
confident.
was
Yeah, that's
unconfident
correct.
last year, but now he's really self-confident. He has a really good year. This spring split, this summer split, and I guess he's maybe most valuable player. No, maybe after Nomans or Gadget, but of course he's the best jungler of this region. So,
In the world, yeah.
maybe all the world. So, Invi, what can you say about his progress from last year to this year, and what can you say about him like person, about Ahahasik?
Okay, let's start to talk about him as a person. I think that Anna is like one of the. If Sheepy says that boss is one of the kindest person in our team, and Anna is just one of the funniest person in our team. He's just really. I'm not really sure what it stands, but Sheepy usually said to tell him that he's like goofy guy. So
Yes, exactly.
yeah, he's every time smiling, watching like funny videos, like really like to laugh and like to talk with guys and all this stuff. If you're talking about progress, I think that Anna's progress from last year is like one of the biggest in the team. And if we are talking about him, he just always focused on the game. When we have like working time, when we have scream time, review time, and all this stuff, he's like always focused and always trying to improve. And it's really, really good. And I think that it's really important that he's like confident right now, because I can just tell you one story about the MSI 2019. We was in another team with all these guys in Vega Squadron in Vietnam, and we played against Flash Wolves one best of 5 series, and Anna was wait a second, no, I'm not sure that it was against Flash Wolves. Maybe it was against Von Buffalo. Okay, anyway, it was like moment when Anna was really, really not confident, and he just thought that everyone will destroy him and it will be really, really hard. And it was like one way. I just tell him, Anna, just don't worry. You're playing against Diamond 1 Vietnam player, and it's like not a problem. And he just played really, really well this series. But after the game, he just figured out that it was a Korean challenger, and he just Invi, please. And I'm totally sure that he don't need like same way in this year. I think that he like really grow up as a person and grow up as a player. So, and I'm totally sure that he will show any jungle in our group what домой means.
Hey,
I totally agree with Invi. So, and now we will talk about our last player, the most valuable player of Spring Split and Summer Split of LCL. It's Nomans. So, Sheepy and Invi, it's a question to both of you. What do you think? He is the best mid laner in Europe or not?
Aha! Yeah, Invi, you start.
Why? How come?
Let's go.
Okay, I'm thinking that maybe you're talking about Worlds Euro players or
About
mid-laners?
every Euro players.
Every.
Yeah,
So
of
included cups,
Of
right?
course,
And
of course include.
Okay. I think that Nomans is really talented person, and he's a really great player, but I'm totally sure that it's like a lot of work in the future what he need to do, and I'm totally sure that he need like work as much harder as he can to get like this title, like the best Europe mid laner. Right now, he's a really good mid laner, and right now I'm totally sure that he can perform on really high level, but he's not best in Europe, and he needs just to work a lot to get this title.
Okay, so Sheepy, can you add something or not?
Yeah, I think Envy said it well. I think Nomans is a really, really, really good mid laner. Really talented. I think he has no problems like facing other mid laners at all. And I think there's still a lot of potential overall. I think he needs hard practice. Overall, I think his biggest weakness is, I would call it mentality. I think he has a good mentality, but on some days it's really tough for him. And I feel that maybe sometimes he's like a lone wolf. You know what I mean? Like he has like his own things, and then he like mutes himself or like spends time for himself. And I think it's a good thing. Overall, as a person, you know, like to have some space for yourself. I think that overall it's good for self-development. Like you should check out for yourself. But if it comes to playing League of Legends, you need to communicate exactly what people need to do, and you need to do it not just in like, oh, can you please check red buff? It's like check red buff. You know, I don't know, in 2 minutes Drake is spawning. Can we play Raptors into Drake? Anna, what do you think? What's your power spike? Can we push top? Can we rotate bot? Do we have TP advantage? Is Drake up? You know, like. This kind of communication can only come if you push it. And I think Norman still needs to learn to like, in every game, feel like this is such an important game and he needs to win this for himself. And I feel sometimes that's lacking, and that's when losses happen, and then he's easily tilted, like easily frustrated at anyone's mistake, especially his own. And it feels like he just wants to be frustrated about anything. But like I said, if he's on point and he's playing well, I truly believe he's like, and with all of this, he's the MVP, and I think he has so much potential. And I don't know. I'm very excited working with him overall. I'm learning a lot, and I think especially like if we have more heated discussions, I think it's the most fun and interesting because I don't know, something moves inside of him that makes him better, and I don't know. I can't wait. How far he can go.
Okay, and last question about LCL, and we will go to Worlds 2020. It's about final. Everyone said that we were so weak this final, and we were so strong this summer split before the final. So why? Who can ask me? You can choose.
I mean, I can answer that. First up, I think that my drafts suck for finals. I mean, it's obviously our draft, so like it's something we do as a team. But especially, I didn't give like the best ideas. Overall, we underestimated Gadget. They actually played well. In spring, and like in summer, they just played really bad. And in finals, suddenly they played well, and we didn't play well. So like everything just came together. But yeah, I mean, even after the first draft was really hard and we made mistakes early game, they somehow our guys somehow made it back, and it was really impressive. So yeah, I think it's mainly like shitty drafts from my side, like how I overall performed, and yeah, I think the players could have played better too. No, Anna said it was not the best, but yeah, I think that's the main thing. I think Gambit played well, we didn't play so well, and especially I didn't perform so well.
Okay, got it.
Invi, anything to add?
I guess you're totally right. I totally agree with your points.
Okay, guys.
I think that it was just not our day. It's all. It's just a lot of stuff happened, and it just wasn't just our day.
So 26 September, 27 September will be our day or not, guys?
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
100%.
So
I want to do quick shoutouts though before we're done. First up to Invi. People maybe not know Invi, but he's been here for 2 years. I think I started out as an assistant coach and then took over the manager role when our manager didn't perform well and we had to kick him. So yeah, Invi doing a really great job, and I think it's overall like one of the best managers and coaches. And definitely the combination of both in Russia.
You haven't seen my work as manager.
That's why I say maybe, because there's always Anatoly, That's a sentence in my life. There's always Anatoly. So yeah, so shout out to Invi obviously, and second person people should know is Tukan, who's our analyst from France. He does great work, and he's very smart, and you can see him on Twitter too. He's very passionate about the team, so shout out to him too. Shout out to my family, my sister, our manager. She fought like a tiger to get us here to Worlds, so thanks a lot for that. Also, shout out to Anatoly, best social media manager and graphic designer and everything, video preparation. So, a great job to you. Sasha, our Russian owner, who is like, I don't know, has a job, I think, still, right? And then also does us, and it's like, I think this guy sleeps less than I don't know, than any person I've ever seen. This guy's just working all the time. So yeah, shout out to our team. I think all of this is great, and obviously to my father, my mother supporting as a cheerleader, and my father as the owner. Great guy.
Okay, now we can go for Worlds 2020. So can you name our opponents, guys?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, we start with V3, then it's PSG, and then the next day we play against R7, and then we play against LGD.
Okay, it's good preparation, guys. So,
of course.
I can tell you.
It's all the notes.
Okay, what are the potential opponents in playing for us?
Oh, do you know that, Invi?
What do you mean?
Like, I think there's certain groups we cannot be in or something like this.
Anatoly, what do you mean? You mean
what's the most strong teams in playing that can compete with us and that we will have to compete?
You mean from Group A, right?
From playing,
like
guys. From playing.
Can we only be
in general playing? Okay, I can start. So I think that the strongest team of playing is probably LGD. They're not like really stable team as I know, but they when it's needed, they like beasts. They just can destroy everyone, and their series against IG was like kinda great. And Sheepy already tell us some information about them, that their suppers is kinda good, and his roaming potential is like one of the perfects on the planet probably. They're playing really aggressively in jungle. Their duo mid and jungle is kind of strong, and I guess we must play like on the highest level against them, and only in this case we can just win this group and go for 0. It's like one of the really strongest teams. The second team, I guess it's Mad Lions, and in my mind they're like the strongest team from Group A. I think they like have really mad potential. They're just everyone really young and everyone wanted in. So, and their performance was really good in LSC, and as I know, they're really preparing well to Worlds. And if we didn't get like first spot from Group B, I really don't want to play against them in best of 5. I'm literally fine to play against everyone, but I don't want to meet with Mad Lions, to be honest. And in my mind, it will be like we will try to do 4-0 in our group and go just straightly to main stage. But if it didn't happen, I'm seeing that we will meet probably super massive if we get just second place in our group. I think it will be like this.
So, what do you think, Sheepy? Can we do this?
Of course.
Of
I
course.
think, yeah, I think we're a really strong team. I think our prep right now is pretty good. We still need to finish up like everything. But yeah, I feel very confident. And I think even if we are making mistakes or we fall behind or something like this, I think the team has so much potential and like talent. So I think we can beat anybody. And if you know, if we're making mistakes or whatnot, I think we will get in the mindset of not giving up. And same as we do in scrims, we don't surrender the games. We just play them out. And yeah, I think especially if we're going on stage and everybody's like together there as a team, I think it will hype up everybody one more time. And yeah, I really just hope that people can see like how sick the people actually are from this team, because everyone is so talented, and I hope we get it, you know, like perfectly, that everyone can show it.
Okay, and the last question about Worlds 2020 before the fast questions, Blitz questions. What are our goals for this Worlds, Sheepy?
Win Worlds.
Win Worlds is the goal.
Maybe
I
anything
mean,
else?
everyone from our team
Yes.
will tell you same.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
anything else. Of course, there is Win Worlds and etc. But anything else?
Beat a really strong team, like have a really good performance. Like if we're like, for example, playing against LGD or like any other stronger team, like I just want to have us, you know, outsmart them or something like this, like this kind of performance. I think it's not easy because, like I said, I think they're playing so strong and they're playing like a very bread and butter style, like pick strong champions, fight, and have mechanical outplay because you play like 60 games in the season. But yeah, I would like to beat those and have a really good performance, and people will be like, holy shit, Russia can produce this, and then yeah, that would be cool.
So, Invi, maybe you can say about your personal goals on this Worlds.
Win Worlds, it's
Win.
over, Tolly.
Okay,
Win Worlds.
Blitz questions. Guys, you have to ask at the same time. As
Please,
soon,
no names from
as
players.
soon
It's
as
too hard.
possible as an end question. Okay, guys?
Okay.
First,
Same time.
yes, at the same time.
Okay.
First, who will win Worlds?
We.
Unicorns.
Sheepy, why so late? Try to be.
I
more
had to
fast.
think about.
It's high pink here.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
Okay.
more.
the audio.
Second, who will win Worlds if we lose?
Any Chinese team.
Yes, any Chinese team.
Okay. Guys, focus. How many NA teams will reach playoffs?
0.
0.
Okay. And last question. Which place will take top esports?
Second one.
Third.
Wait a second. Who?
Top
Yeah,
esports.
Top esports.
Second. Okay, top esports will be
So
second
we
after us.
will
Third.
fight in finals, yes, with Top esports.
Probably. But I always feel like the best Chinese team is like always has too much pressure, so the second Chinese team is going to win it.
Okay, guys, thank you for this evening, for this show, and for introduce our team on this Worlds. So thank you, Invi, thank you, Sheepy, and
Thank you, Tony.
maybe you'll say hello to somebody or just thank you to somebody, and we will.
I mean, shout out to our fans. I don't know how many are rooting for us. I personally, I'm very out of touch with like this kind of stuff. I just focus on the team. So like anybody, hello and thanks for supporting us and especially my family and my team. I'm very happy with you.
I mean, thank you to our fans in Germany, in Europe, in whole world, in Russia. Like, guys, we really feel your I'm not sure how.
Love.
Your
Support.
your support, your love, and you're like great persons. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and also shout out to Tom Martel. It's the rioter who like fought until the end to bring us here to Worlds. So, Tom, love you.
Okay, guys.
Good stuff.
Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. See you soon after quarantine. Goodbye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed.